Amen. At this time, I'm going to ask Brother Ron Vahoviak to come. This is a time of special emphasis. It's Memorial Day weekend, and we have him, and then Tim Conley's going to share with us.
Good morning. Earlier this past month, I forgot my phone number, so I've got a little cheat sheet. What does Memorial Day mean to me? And I come from a military background, a military family, and I had an uncle, or actually two uncles. One had fought and died in World War II, and the other had fought and died in Vietnam. And so Memorial Day is for the honor of those who served when others could not. And then also for putting your own beliefs aside and fighting for God, country, and family.
So I also have notes, mine for a little bit different reason. I might cry, so fair warning, and I have notes to try to keep me on track. So my name is Captain Tim Connolly, but as most of you know me, it's just Tim. You usually see my wife and I, Jennifer, hanging out with the college students, where we serve there as life group leaders. I've been in the Louisiana Army National Guard for 17 years, and I've been a military policeman, a Black Hawk helicopter pilot, and I'm now serving dual role as my full-time job is with the Officer Strength Management Team, where I'm responsible for all incoming officers to the state of Louisiana. But I also have my 1 week in a month job, where I'm a company commander of a forward support company consisting of about 88 soldiers, where we're responsible for all ground maintenance, food, and fueling operations for an aviation battalion in Hammond, Louisiana. I've served in places like Fort Polk with the military police, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, where I was a prison guard for detained Al-Qaeda and Taliban, and by the end of the year, I'm deploying to the Middle East in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. I've also served during multiple state emergencies like Hurricanes Katrina, Rita, and Gustav. But today is not about me. Myself and the other people presenting today are just the ones that gave some. See, all gave some, but some gave all. This day is very personal to me because I'm reminded of not only the men and women that have given the ultimate sacrifice so that you and I can enjoy the freedoms we have in this country, I'm also reminded of personal friends I've lost during my time in service. People like Captain Aaron R. Blanchard, a friend of mine from flight school who was a fellow class leader for the class before mine. He died in Afghanistan when enemy fire brought down his helicopter on April 23, 2013. Or the most near and dear to my heart are the guys from my unit who were killed in a helicopter crash off the coast of Florida on March 10, 2015, killing them plus 9 reconnaissance Marines during a training exercise where the Marines were to be dropped into the water for an amphibious landing exercise. We called them Mojo 69. This was the designation of their aircraft at the time of the crash. Pilot in command was Chief Warrant Officer 4, George Wayne Jr., or as we call him, G. Wayne. Co-pilot was Chief Warrant Officer 4, David Strother. Also, we call him Super Dave, who, by the way, holds a very close memory of mine because my greatest day of flying ever was with him. Crew Chief Staff Sergeant Lance Bergeron and Staff Sergeant Thomas Florick. The Marines who were killed were Captain Sanford H. Shaw III, Master Sergeant Thomas A. Saunders, Staff Sergeant Andrew Seif, Staff Sergeant Marcus Baywall, Staff Sergeant Kerry Michael Kemp, Staff Sergeant Trevor P. Blaylock, Staff Sergeant Liam A. Flynn. Jesus said in Matthew 15:13, "Greater love has no one than this, that someone laid down his life for his friends." And these men gave a blank check payable to the United States government and to the United States citizen. They kissed their wives, hugged their children, and said goodbye to their friends and family, not knowing that they would not return. They were not only soldiers, they were husbands, fathers, children, brothers, and friends. They left behind these relationships, some leaving behind unborn children that would grow up not knowing how awesome their dad truly was. So you ask, what does Memorial Day mean to me? I say to you, it is a very personal, sad day as I'm reminded of those we have lost in service. It's days like today that kisses from my wife seem so much sweeter. Hugs from my children seem so amazing. I soak in every moment with friends and family on days like today. Today, as we celebrate, please do not thank me. As you spend time with your friends and family, please remember not only my brothers and sisters in arms, but also my personal friends, who they and their families have literally sacrificed everything for our freedom. Thank you.